Carolina football is going back to natural grass, baby. But what are the reasons that Bill Belichick has made this decision? And what are the pros and cons? Let's huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to catch up on some recent news within the UNC football program, and that Coach Bill Belichick has decided, well, Coach Bill Belichick, Bubba Cunningham, the athletics department, the University of North Carolina, they've all decided that we're going to remove the AstroTurf that Mack Brown installed back in 2019, and we're going back to natural grass, baby. And it's significant because Carolina played on natural grass, obviously, for the majority of its 100-plus years, the college football program, that is, until 2017 when a synthetic perimeter was added around the perimeter of the field. That's when the hedges and the fences were removed. Now, according to alumni.unc.edu, the transformation of this project will be funded by the Rams Club, which I am a card-carrying member, and if you love Carolina football, you should be as well, in whatever capacity that is. Definitely not a sponsor here, but you take that information for what it's worth. Now, why does Bill Belichick want to return back to natural grass? I mean, it cost the University of North Carolina $2 million to install, and technically the estimated lifespan of that turf is 10 years, and this would be year 6 or 7 that Carolina would be there, so you'd think they have another year or two. However, Belichick has advised that he wants to run this program as close to a professional organization as he can. And according to an early 2024 survey by the National Football League Players Association, or the NFLPA, 92% of professional football players preferred high-quality grass. 6% didn't care, and most of the 2% that preferred synthetic turf were kickers. Now, the NFLPA Executive Director Lloyd Howe also said grass fields have a lower injury rate and a difference in what kind of chronic pain those football players will be in for the rest of their lives, okay? So, who's going to be installing this illustrious heavenly field of grass for the Warriors in Carolina Blue? Well, Carolina has hired Carolina Green to install 67,000 square feet of game-on grass to homicide and 36,000 square feet of synthetic turf around the field's perimeter. The field will be maintained by reclaimed water, which is similar to how Carolina takes care of the other sporting fields. The transformation is already underway, and it's scheduled to be complete by April, which is obviously, hopefully before the spring game. I'm sure it's going to be before the spring game. So what are some cons to this? Well, obviously, who remembers the October 8th, 2016 game between Carolina and Virginia Tech when Hurricane Matthew came through and number 25 Virginia Tech beat the brakes off of Carolina in Chapel Hill 34-3 in just heavy rain and wind. The place looked like a water park. It was just water everywhere, right? Just absolutely destroyed the field. And the AstroTurf does look aesthetically pleasing for the most part, obviously, right? It doesn't matter what the weather is. The field is usually going to look good, right? And as Mack Brown said, way back when he was in Texas, we don't have to worry about losing any games because of the weather. But obviously, the caveat off of that is that the other team has to play in that weather as well, right? So you kind of sacrifice that and you take the risk of playing on some sloppy fields, especially in the South, when you go back to grass. And synthetic turf usually is a faster playing surface than natural grass is. What are some pros? Well, as was aforementioned, studies have shown that players are less prone to injuries on natural grass. It has more give, so it's not like you're being slammed onto concrete every time you get tackled or suffering from severe road rash like you just slid off your motorcycle, right? And in an effort to give back to Smash Mouth football, I personally love the idea of the smell of fresh cut grass, dude, early in the morning, dirty uniforms with stinking grass stains on them. It is nostalgic for me, to say the stinking least, man. Enough of this foo-foo, let's be pretty and soft all the time. No, let's fly around, hit somebody, and get some daggone dirt in our mouth. And here is the one thing, though, when we go back to this natural grass that I'm pleading with the university to consider, okay? Keep the end zones colored, preferably Carolina blue or navy, okay? That's all I ask. That's all I ask, okay? Hey, interlocking NC in the middle of the field, perfect. Maybe every once in a while switch it up and actually have the state of North Carolina right there just so we can stink and represent. But just keep the end zones colored, man. It's pretty, it's beautiful, and it just looks better to me, man. So you let me know what you think about the hills going back to natural grass down in the comments section. Tar Heel Nation, if you haven't already, do me a favor, man. Smash that stinking like button and subscribe to the channel. You already know it's a great day to be a Tar Heel, and we will catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation.